everyone, welcome to Maxim Foods Inside Track. Been another busy 3 weeks, plenty going on with elections, the Magic Round here in Brisbane with the Rugby League, and dairy conferences across the globe. So never a dull moment here in the dairy world. Let's have a look at whole milk. So a big jump last night, over 6% on the GDT. This was expected on the futures market. We did predict quite an aggressive result last night. Once again, coming into the end of the season there, lack of product out of New Zealand and some really strong demand, in particular from Southeast Asia and Oceania last night, really did drive that pricing and result last night. You'd have to predict moving forward with quite a spread of good demand globally and then product availability waning in the next 3 months, that pricing will remain firm on whole milk. Having a look at skim milk powder, not a lot to report across the 3 regions, the US, EU and Australia, New Zealand, all quite finely balanced at the moment and pricing steady. Having a look at the fats, if you look at AMF on the GDT last night, we did see an increase. This could be seen as a bit of a correction. It has been undervalued considerably for the last 3 to 6 months, so no real surprise there. On butter fat in New Zealand, shortage of supply, especially on salted butter out of New Zealand, has really seen that GDT continue to march on. So firm conditions in Australia and New Zealand, across the US. That fat content increasing in the milk has really increased supply of cream and has helped ease fat pricing in the US, which is still the case. Then the EU, the market still is very strong with some good demand in the EU region and globally for EU butter. Having a look at cheese on the global scale, we're in the midst of the EU milk season at the moment, so milk supply is good, but demand is also. So things are reasonably firm and balanced for cheese in the EU. In the US, volatile as ever, but you would comment that it is on the bearish side. We have seen a bit of activity in the CME the last few days, which would suggest that things or demand is improving. In the Australia, New Zealand, still relatively flat. We saw a very strong result on the GDT last night, which is a confusing indicator. Not as much volume on the GDT, of course, for cheese. So if you look over at the Australian side of things, demand is still reasonably flat and pricing the same. Having a look at whey powder and proteins, the big question mark and the big talking point in Chicago ADPI last week was that movement of whey permeate. These tariffs have a massive impact on the trade flow of permeates, and then as an on-flow effect with sweet whey. So it's a bit of a question mark over whey permeates and whey. When looking at proteins, as Edwin mentioned on a previous video there, the big talking point in the US was that global increase in protein demand, whether it be through fortifying yogurts, pre-prepared meals, or just sports supplements. So it is in strong demand, and pricing remains firm on WPI and WPC. In particular WPI, where pricing continues to be at record levels. Thanks very much for watching today's Inside Track. Just a reminder that the Food Service Australia show will be on in Melbourne between the 18th and the 20th of May. The Maxim team will be down there, so come and say good day. Apart from that, have a wonderful couple of weeks and we'll see you again soon.